So you're listening and watching House Call with Dr. Rueben Brock. I am the good doctor, and I'm here with Danny Miller. And I want to say what's up to Hot 101. We're coming for you. So I'm excited about that. Have you been watching this GameStop stuff?
Yeah, you're going to have to catch me up to speed on that.
Okay, so here's what my understanding is. There were some people on the internet.
Yeah, on Reddit.
Who kind of like figured out, all these Wall Street people are
hedge fund.
Yeah, hedge fund people. I don't know what it means, but apparently that like when you're short, something about a short position. I don't know what that means. So somebody in the comments explain what that even means.
Like people that sell quickly?
I don't know. Something about, I don't know. But anyway, apparently they said, all right, well, wouldn't it be funny if we like all bought a whole bunch of this and like made it go in the opposite direction? And I guess they just said that publicly, and a whole bunch of people did it. And so then now all these regular Joe type people started making like stupid amounts of money because this sudden influx of people buying this stock made the value of the stock go up. So the stock went up like ridiculous amounts, but it made a bunch of money for the average people who were doing it, and lost a bunch of money for like the hedge fund people or the Wall Street people who had previously had all these positions where I guess they were using GameStop in this. I don't know what they were, but somehow it lost these Wall Street folks a bunch of money. And so then the trading companies saw this happening and got mad and were like, nah, we're shutting it down, and wouldn't let anyone make any more trades of that stock.
Is this America?
That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? So they were literally like saying, no, you can't do that. And what's funny about that is when it was the stock market people, the hedge fund people gaming the system, nobody said a word.
Every single day.
That's what they do. That is literally their job.
That's what they do.
Right? Find ways to get in and get out, make a little quick money, but when you get some average Joes that band together and say, you know what we could do?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna stop it?
Yeah. That's America.
But it speaks to America, and I've said this before. America is this place that is designed for the wealthy.
Yes, it is. And you cannot get in the way of that.
And they literally don't want you to they don't want you switching it up at all. They don't want you turning the tables at all. Anytime the little guy gets an advantage, they're like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so there are so many people out there in the world who are so happy, me being one of them, so happy to see the big guy
take a hit.
Yeah,
me too.
Because they're and so now you got these memes out there where like, these 60-year-old stockbrokers are losing their shirts, and you got like millennials going, well, have you tried budgeting? Like
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because when it's the ultra wealthy saying, why don't y'all stop being poor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Try having a budget. Don't buy them sneakers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. They don't even realize how dumb they sound.
No.
Right? But now, you lost millions of dollars today on GameStop because I made a couple of dollars. Oh. Yeah. Well, if your wealth was that fragile, what were you doing? Maybe you should try budgeting.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like maybe you should make some better decisions, because they don't want to hear that. So there's that. I'm a firm believer in not reading the news. It's too depressing. So I at some point I'm going to have to go in and like really learn the ins and outs of how it happened and why it happened. I don't understand it, but I think we should do it every day.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just band together. You know what? Let's just flip the script. Let's just fix it. Let's make it so that we make money.
Yeah, I feel like they'll figure something out.
They'll switch it up.
Yeah, they'll switch it up.
Well, of course they'll switch it up. But there's more of us than there are of them.
Yeah, they're 1% of the nation.
Right. That's why they're called the 1%. So cool.
Yeah.
Let's switch it up on them.
I didn't even realize that we held that type of power over the stock market like that.
Oh yeah, because all of this, our financial system is basically an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to agree to go along with the system as it is.
Yeah.
But what I always say is we could just change our minds.
Yeah.
We could just be like, you know what, this is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not do this anymore. And that that is what I believe we should do. I believe we should be like, you know what, no, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. That's dumb. Because I firmly believe that our financial system is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's dumb. It's the dumbest idea ever.
Well, that's why the wealth gap continues.
That's what I'm saying.
To grow.
Any system that leaves so many people out is dumb.
Yeah.
It's not a good system.
Capitalism really is the root of all of this evil.
Yeah.
In our world.
There's no doubt.
Not in our world per se,
in America.
but in America.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Capitalism is the problem. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. I'll push back a little bit because there are people. So, and this GameStop story is a perfect example of it. So there's this idea, the idea that you can't use capitalism to fix the problems that were created by capitalism, and I don't agree. And now I'm gonna blank on. I gotta look it up because this is a quote that I learned from Dr. Murrell. The idea. What's the quote? Hold on. A famous feminist scholar. I'm gonna forget, but she said. The master's tools will never tear down the master's house. Essentially, is what she said. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. Now I need to know what her name is.
Yeah, I want to know the full context of that.
So
statement.
I read it. I have it downstairs. Audre Lorde. And so essentially, the idea is you can't use capitalism. You can't perpetuate capitalism and call yourself fixing inequality because capitalism is based on the idea of inequality. And I just don't agree. Because I always like to say, I'm just a fool playing with the master's tools. Do you know that quote? That's from Chaos. I love Chaos. The rapper Chaos. Because I believe that if you did what this GameStop situation is, if that was the idea, what if you said, all right, we're just going to find ways to make a bunch of money, and then we're going to take that money and fix problems with it, right? The assumption in capitalism is that you're going to be greedy.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, theoretically, if you found money making systems, like YouTube. YouTube monetized the relationship between content creators and content consumers. They monetized that relationship. But that relationship is perpetual. Yeah. Which means that you could make money perpetually if you figured out a way. Like imagine, if somebody said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the best basketball players on earth to play basketball games against each other, and we'll record the games and we'll play them on YouTube. People would eat it up, right? But if you said, yeah, and all the profits from that are going to go toward feeding the homeless, there wouldn't be any hungry people.
Right.
Because think about it. Look at the NFL, the NBA. Those are just money-making machines. It's just that they're money-making machines that are being used so that a small cross-section of people ever make any money. But it doesn't have to be that way. What if I created one? If I said I'm just going to make blockbuster Hollywood films and I'm going to get Brad Pitt and Denzel and Michael B. Jordan and I don't know, it doesn't matter. Get all the best people. Let's like We Are the World. I'm going to do a We Are the World of movies. I'm going to get the biggest stars and they're all going to volunteer their time. And all the profits, we're going to put that toward feeding poor people. How would that not work?
You can close that wealth gap.
Right.
Using capitalism in theory, but in practice, you're never going to see those types of results.
But here's the problem. Listen, I've already got this figured out. It's because of our culture.
Yeah.
So our culture values money more than it values people. Mm-hmm. But that's the problem. Because, and here's how you know that all humans, I'm not going to say all humans, because that's not true. Most people in America value money more than they value people. Because any person, the fact that there are billionaires is proof. Mm-hmm. If there's a billionaire in your society, then you value money more than you value people, because you can't be a billionaire without hoarding money. Mm-hmm. And walking past poor people and remaining wealthy while they're poor.
Right.
That's what it means. If you walk past a poor person, a homeless person, and you have the means to just literally fix that problem and you don't, that means you value your money more than you value that person. That's just what it means. Mm-hmm. And that's okay, because I don't empty my pockets for every person that I walk past when I visit DC.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, I don't have so much money that I'm totally good, right? But once you get to the point where you have enough money, you're good now. Yeah. You have $20 million in the bank, then you're never going to need any more money.
Yeah, nobody needs $1 billion.
Right. Once you, in my opinion, once you get past like $10-15 million, mm-hmm. What are you making money for? What are you gonna do with it?
All that damn money.
Right. So then you get to that point, and that's a small percentage of people. The number of people who ever get to the point where you have $15-20 million in the bank.
Yeah.
But the people that do have that don't then take all the rest of their money and give it away to other people so that other people can be wealthy now, you value money more than you value people.
Yeah, we all know that.
For the average Joe, the average Joe's getting by. Mm-hmm. The average Joe's just trying to get to payday, right? But there are people, professional athletes, entertainers, hedge fund, managers, whatever, who have millions and millions of dollars. Those people know how to make money.
Yeah.
So if you chose to, you could use that knowledge to make a bunch of money that you could then use to just fix problems.
Right.
It's capitalism. You're finding ways to monetize something, but you're using that money for good. I don't see the problem with that.
Right.
I really don't. In my opinion, it is the wisest thing to do if you actually want to fix problems and you live in a capitalist society.
But they're crooks at the top. That's the problem.
But what? Okay, well, I don't care what the crooks do.
Well, the crooks are, but you do care, because it's the reason why the wealth gap continues to grow.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the crooks being at the top can't stop me from doing what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I'm Oprah, everything Oprah does makes money.
Yeah.
So if Oprah decided, you know what, my mission is to make sure Chicago doesn't have any poor people in it, she could do it.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah. That could be done. It's just that what you're saying, people don't believe that anyone would ever be that giving.
Right.
You're never gonna make millions and millions and millions of dollars and not take any of it.
Right.
But my thing is, that's a cultural issue.
Yeah, and that's a lot. I mean, it takes a lot to fix that.
But what I'm saying is, any individual could decide to rebuke that culture. Like, I'm not trying to be a billionaire. Not that anyone's inviting me into the billionaires club, but I'm saying I don't have any interest in being a billionaire.
Yeah.
None. In fact, that would make me feel bad. I don't even understand why.
I would feel terrible with all that money.
How could you not feel like a complete loser?
I know, and people can't pay their bills.
Yeah. You got a cousin on Skid Row, but you're a billionaire? What? What kind of a jerk? Like, come on now.
But they paint this picture in their minds that everyone else is the one, or the leeches and the jerks.
Yeah, they paint a picture that it's my hard work that did this, and if you would just work hard, you'd be a billionaire too, which is a lie. It's a ridiculous lie.
It sure is. You know what else is a lie?
What?
This gallon. I'm not going to finish this.
I don't know what makes
I'm still at 7 a.m.
Well, yeah, but Danny, who told you that you could do that? Don't nobody drink all that much water. Aquaman don't drink that much water.
People do this, but look at this
Those
thing.
people are...
What time is it? It's past 7 a.m.
It's 4 o'clock in the p.m.
I'm not going to finish this gallon today.
I could have told you that this morning when you had the idea. You could have called me and said, I'm about to drink all this water. I would have said, yeah, just get you a 20 ounce.
But I do got to go to the bathroom though.
Yeah, but that's your fault.
I know.
All right.
There's water.
So there's the GameStop. And I also want to talk about, there's this, you asked me if we could talk about, what's her name? What's her name?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay. So why is she all of a sudden, like, why is she getting so much attention right now? She's said a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah, she's filling Trump's shoes, and the media wants to eat it up.
The craziest thing, she said something about, a Jewish space laser. Did you know that? She said something about the Jewish people, I don't know, have a space laser. And
what are they about to do with it?
I think they already did something with it. I'm pretty sure they shot it at somebody.
Damn.
I know.
These Jews, man.
And I'm
can't
trying,
keep up with them.
Why can't the blacks have a space laser?
Get one?
Can I get a space laser?
But she's a QAnon.
But here's my question. Why are like average Republicans not just kicking her out? Like, get out.
Because they're gone. They're in Trump's party now.
They don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the majority of the Republican Party since Reagan, in my estimation, have been these Trumpers. Okay. I believe they're all
in what way?
With the really narrow conservative racist views. Okay. Their vision of society and how society should work and capitalism and money. They've always been like this.
And now they're being let loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat's out the bag. Okay. I think so it didn't take much to bring Trump in, obviously. And now that Trump is out, he's taking half the party with him. More than half of the party with him.
Right. Yeah, because it's scary to me to think of that there are people who agree with her.
Right. Yeah, and a crazy conspiracy.
Because when somebody says Jewish space lasers, you're supposed to be like, what? What did you just say? Man, stop it. Quit it. Yeah. Quit it.
Also claiming that the Parkland shooting
was a hoax. Yeah. Right? Yeah, and she was like following around one of the Parkland one of the survivors, like harassing him. I'm like, first of all, it's a kid.
Right. And she's going real hard.
And second of all, he survived something horrific. And you want to, what?
I'm telling you, man, the mental gymnastics they have to do to justify the stuff that they see.
And what I think is crazy is that they try to take the moral high ground.
That all the wrapping time. Themselves in the Bible, in the flag.
How do you manage
to do? What are you doing?
How do you do that?
They're so adamant in their position, so firm. Does it ever make you question whether you're crazy or not? Like, what world is this? Is reality really a thing? Is there a right answer here? Because they believe they're right.
Yeah, they do believe they're right. And I don't know that there is such a thing as a... No, there are. There are rights and truths.
I hope.
But we don't agree on what they are.
No, and often they're polar opposites.
But I fundamentally believe if you're talking about Jewish space lasers, you're just wrong. Yeah. Because it's based in and I didn't understand any of this until very, very recently when somebody schooled me. People perpetuating this fear of the Jewish community and feeling like Jewish people are plotting to take over the world at all times and stuff like that. Yeah. I honestly didn't understand that was really a thing that people were doing. But now that I've been schooled on it, I'm like, yo, this is deep.
But you understood America's disdain for the Jewish people, right? I mean,
what do you mean? America's disdain?
Okay, yeah, that's
some people.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people. But a Jew's got a bad rap, man, across the globe.
I didn't know that until very recently.
And is it because of
I don't know
in
what
the
it
Bible
is.
They said it was Jewish people that strapped Christ up to the cross?
Listen.
I think that's the root of all of this. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a religious scholar, so I can't. What I know is that's crazy. Like, stop it. What? But this is what I feel about all this stuff. Whenever I hear people talking about racism, when I hear people talking about Muslims, I'm like, could you please just be quiet? Like, you're dumb.
Real dumb. And they're saying things not with the intent to understand, to clarify. No, they're saying it like it's actually a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're talking about, these Muslims, they come over here and what? Mm-hmm. Could you please just be quiet? Don't speak anymore. Don't say any more words.
Right. Yeah.
Could you just please not say any more words ever?
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's crazy. I mean, because, everybody sees the world through their own perspective. So I'm like, I understand the weirdness that comes toward black people, but I really fully didn't understand the weirdness that comes to Jewish people. I didn't know that. And I tangentially, I see what happens to Muslim people because, with 9/11, I had friends, who would be like, yeah, I can't go on an airplane. I can't do this. I can't, because they always mess with me. And I'm like, this is crazy, because particularly in America, I don't care who you are, there was a time when the masses didn't like you.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you dislike people. Oh, that's convenient. Mm-hmm. How you manage to do that? They kill me with that. So then there's this Marjorie, whatever her name is, basically sowing fear, right, about every group. Yeah. So which group do you like? You just like white people.
That's it.
That's all you like.
Straight white Christians.
And but then there are people who are like, yeah. I'm like, could y'all please do me a favor, all of y'all who feel like that. Listen, if you think that white is the best thing ever and that everybody else is bad and or anything along them lines, you dislike Jewish people, you dislike Mexican people, you dislike Muslims, do me a favor. Could y'all just go away? Like,
go back to Europe.
Right.
We're going to start a Go Back to Europe campaign.
Nah, because I want to go to Europe one day, so I don't want them going to Europe.
Listen, man.
Just go out to
back to Europe.
Listen, find a spot in the middle of the desert and start a community there.
Go back to Europe.
No, I'm trying to go to Paris one day. I want to
they're going to be in Paris.
No, regardless. I'm trying to go. I want to go. I don't want to be bothered with them when I go.
Yeah, well, it's the curse, man.
It is the curse. But seriously, if you're into white supremacy, could you just please do me a favor and just go away? Please? Like, seriously, could we just stop?
Yeah, really understanding America's a progressive nation. We're not going to go back.
No, we're not. No, there is no going back.
You lost your country.
It wasn't theirs in the first place, though.
It was? What do you mean?
When was it theirs?
When they came in here and they took it.
But I'm saying, if you had to take it.
And for hundreds of years after that, at least 150 years after that, it was all theirs.
Nah.
That's a lot to give up, man. We're asking a lot. We telling white people, give up your country. That's asking a lot.
Yeah, but here's my problem with it. It's not their country, though.
It's not. It's gone. That's why I'm saying you got to give it up. Where are they going to go?
We should start a colony.
Where are we going to put them?
A white supremacist colony.
With their wall.
What about like the Swiss Alps? I wonder if is there any land available? A realtor. I need a realtor. Is there land in the Swiss Alps? Like a lot of it. I've
been thinking about how can we divide America? Like how can you split
into
this
the
up?
Dumb and the not dumb? Yeah. Like normal people and then these dummies.
Yeah.
The dude with the horns and the
let them run their nation into
let them have their whole thing.
Yeah.
Here, this is your whole land.
And what they would need to understand is because there's still going to be the wealth gap, and all those poor white folks are just going to become the slaves.
Oh yeah.
In this new nation of theirs.
Because they got to have somebody build their stuff.
They got to have someone build
They're not going to do it themselves. They're not going to roll up their sleeves.
Hell no.
So the poor ones got to do all the work.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be messed up.
So the dude with the horns, he's going to be the new nigger.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be so bad for him.
Right?
I feel bad for him because he's not ready.
To be honest, man, we never covered this, but to be honest, is there a part of you that feels bad for the people that stormed the Capitol? Like those poor white folks?
Feel bad for them.
I kind of feel like
they got duped.
Yeah, well, we all know that they got duped, but they're like getting charged and everything like this. But the people that sent them in, they're not getting any time. See, we're going after the little guy again.
Yes.
We're going after the poor guy again.
Yeah, no, I don't feel bad for him. Here's why I don't feel bad for him. They made bad decisions.
Very bad decisions.
And on top of that, they're not going to get that much. Have you seen, like, there's all this news about all the, like the dude with the horns.
Oh, my Rueben.
He talking about he needs organic food in his jails. Listen, if I get sent to jail and I'm like, listen, I can only eat organic, fresh, grass-fed beef,
You can expect that to be your very last.
The very last request.
The very last one. Yeah.
But have you seen that? Like in the news, they're talking about all those the insurrectionists, all the white ones are all getting out on bail and this and that. The only person who's just like sitting rotting in jail is the black dudes.
Yep.
That's so messed up.
Yep.
So even in this moment, you still don't even hide your racism.
No.
Like, can you just at least like pretend?
Yeah.
That it's even? Come on
crazy.
now.
Like that Kyle Rittenhouse, the one whose mom drove him in to the
Kyle, yeah.
Kyle, what is it? Rittenhouse, whatever.
Yeah.
He was at a bar with a free as fuck t-shirt on.
Yeah. Oh, why didn't somebody just beat him up?
I don't know, man. That just
because I feel like in that moment that's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. That irks me. Yeah, that's white privilege.
So much white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of privilege being used in this situation. All these people who they're like trying to talk about whether or not they should charge some of these people, whether or not some of these people should actually be charged with crimes. What?
Man, Ruben, I'm struggling with this one. Yes, they should. All right. To put the whole answer out, yes, they should be charged with crimes. But also the politicians
who egged it on.
Yes, there has to be something there, or we're still continuing this idea of let's punish the easy targets.
Yeah.
And we're always the easy targets.
I agree.
So stop letting these people off the hook.
I agree with you, but here's the only thing I say in response to that. If the people at the bottom decided to flip the switch, it would change.
Yes, but you know how difficult that is, man.
Well, but what I'm saying is maybe if you lock enough of them up, they'll realize they're being played just like we're being played. And then all of a sudden, maybe they'll realize, you know what? My black and brown brothers and sisters, they had a point because they've been saying that they've been treated like this. And now all of a sudden I'm being treated like this. You know what I think? I think it's the people at the top. I think we should just band together. That's how this thing gets fixed.
But honestly, you get into the jail system and then you're talking about more segregation and separation.
Right.
And gangs. White folks are just becoming more racist.
I think the only way is empathy. I think
that's it.
If the average poor, struggling white supremacist suddenly recognizes that his life is actually more similar to the average black dude than the wealthy white dude that he aspires to be, changes everything.
Yeah, it does.
That's what I think. Because all the white supremacy, it's all based on fear.
Yeah.
Fear of losing your place, losing your spot. But here's the thing, you don't have a spot.
Nah.
You never did.
Move over.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't care any more about you than they care about me.
Nope.
And the sooner you realize that, the sooner that we can band together
and start getting this money.
And I don't even want it to be about money, because but I hate. That's a whole nother show. The idea that money in and of itself is a goal. That's a ridiculous goal.
Yeah.
If you're out there in the world and your goal is to make money simply so you can make money, you've missed the mark. But I will say that now in our system, money is a tool that we all need.
And it's the reason why people are out here committing crimes.
But that's what I'm saying. So if we figured out, all right, let's do something different. Let's band together, make a bunch of money and fix problems with it.
Yeah.
That idea, in my opinion, has some legs.
Yeah.
But House Call with Dr. Rueben Brock. We are all over the place today.
We are really all over the place. And your wife got to move her car and I'm in her way.
What time is it? All right, it's time to go. So I think we covered a lot. We covered a lot of stuff. All right, so that's all the time we've got for today. If you have other ideas, questions, topics for us to talk about, please put them in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, on Facebook, send us a message. House Call at Dr. Rueben, or House Call with Dr. Rueben Brock.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know what you want to hear. That's all we've got for today. I'm Dr. Rueben Brock, here with Danny Miller, and this is House Call.